All right, the problem wants us to add some radicals together. 3 square roots of 5 plus the square root of 45. And the problem gives you a pretty strong hint inside of it, and that is that this square root of 5 is already as simple as it's going to get. So here's my goal. I'm trying to get a situation where instead of let's call square root of 5x, it could be anything, so anything is the square root of 5 in this case. And I'd like to have a situation where I'm adding 3 of a square root of 5 plus the same thing, but this is not the same thing. This is 45. This is something else. Okay, so this is the square root of 5, but this is not the square root of 5. And because those aren't the same, I can't add them together. But the problem is asking us to add them together, so it must be that I can simplify this thing here, the square root of 45. I can simplify it, and whatever I'm left with needs to have a square root of 5 in it. So that at the end, I'm adding two things that are the same, and as long as they're the same, I can add them together. So if I can simplify this to something like 2 times the square root of 5, then I could add those two together, 3 square roots of 5 plus 2 square roots of 5. So long as they're the same thing, I can add them together. So the problem has a hint, which is that I'm trying to get this thing simplified, and that when I'm done, I'm going to have a 5 left over inside that radical. Well, let's factor 45. My strategy usually is to ask if there's any 2's in that. Well, there's not. The strategy after that is to ask, is there any 5's in this? And yes, there are some 5's in this. There are, let's see, 5 times 9. There are 9 5's in this. And I immediately am very happy about that because 9 is a perfect square, 3 times 3, and I know that the square root of 9 is just 3, so I can pull out this group of 3's and put them outside. Here I go. 3 square roots of 5 plus, and I'll start by just factoring this out. 5 times 3 times 3, that's just 5 times 9. 5 times 3 times 3, these two are equal to each other. And I can pull out this group of 3's and put them on the outside because the square root of 9, in this case, is 3. So 3 square roots of 5 plus, take the 3's outside, 3 square roots of 5. So this winds up being 3 square roots of 5 plus 3 more square roots of 5. So I'm adding two like terms. 3x plus 3x is 6x. I've got 6 of whatever that thing is. I've got a total of 6 square roots of 5. A total of 6 square roots of 5.